Hello, it is N60 Sean. It's time for another quarter-final match in our N60 Tag Team Tournament. And this is quite a hotly anticipated quarter-final match. Loads of you in the comments saying that you wanted to see this match. It is Septiplier versus anti-Septiplier. JackSepticEye and Markiplier taking on Darkiplier and anti-SepticEye. It's going to be a huge match. Both of these teams overcoming newcomers in their respective first round matches. Septiplier overcoming Pyro, Cynical and Rice Gum, and anti-Septiplier beat Jerome and Captain Sparkles in their first round match. What we saw from anti-Septiplier, they were pretty dominant. I mean, you had to give credit to Captain Sparkles and Jerome for the effort they put in, but they just could not overcome anti-Septiplier's pure power, aggression and viciousness. Septiplier, they are the old hats in this. They've been around since season 1. They're an experienced team. They're a successful team. But will they be able to overcome their evil alter egos and take their place alongside Cartoons in Wildcat in our N60 Tag Team Tournament semi-final? Should also add Hastro Delirious, Vanos, Wildcat and Cartoon banned from ringside in this match. This is 2-on-2, no shenanigans. Who is going to come out on top? As we've got anti-SepticEye and JackSepticEye facing off in this one. Both went for the punch at the same time. They're essentially the same person, except one's just more evil. So we almost had like a sort of mirror move effect there. But JackSepticEye coming up on top in the early stages. Big Asai moonsault. JackSepticEye using his pace to overcome anti-SepticEye. It's going to be a hard one to call to get all of these not confused. But again, anti-SepticEye reversing that shot. And again, starting to load in some offensive strikes as Darkiplier berates the crowd. And look at this. This is what I mean, see, about the evil versions of Jack and Mark. Just grounding and pounding, stomping, relentless, aggressive attacks from anti-SepticEye. You're not going to see any catch-as-catch-can wrestling moves here, as now Darkiplier is tagged in. And look at this. The speed in which Darkiplier can strike. That is what's worrying, as JackSepticEye gets dropped by the hammerlock backdrop. Smart from Darkiplier. Trying to injure that arm. It's going to make the anti-SepticEye punch not an option for Jack. His finishing move. And here we go. What is this here? A double team move by anti-SepticEye and Darkiplier, dropping Jack in the middle of the ring. And again, just that huge soccer kick to the ribs. Now anti-SepticEye just biting the forehead of Jack. These two, again, they are not going to be playing by any rules. They're not looking to be fan favourites here. They're just looking to not just win, but hurt their opponents as well. As there's a double team here. Markiplier thrown into Jack, and a big clothesline from anti-SepticEye. And JackSepticEye is in a world of trouble and needs to make the tag to Markiplier as soon as possible. And Jack, luckily, just kicking out at 2 after that double team move. Mark sees his first action of the match and gets cleaned out with a clothesline, and we've got all 4 men in the ring here, and we've got a brawl. And again, those lightning strikes from Darkiplier laying out Jack. Markiplier thrown to the outside by anti-SepticEye, and Jack is all alone in the ring, and Darkiplier looks to be setting Jack up for the phenomenal forearm, but Mark pulls him off the ring apron just in the nick of time. And now Mark with Darkiplier on the outside, dropping him on his head, and Jack, anti-SepticEye even, coming out of nowhere like a cruise missile, just absolutely obliterating Mark and throwing him into the steel steps. And again, this is not looking good for Jack and Mark. What's it going to mean if they lose their evil alter egos? Capture suplex by Darkiplier. And again, Jack finds himself isolated in the wrong side of the ring, in the anti-Septiplier corner. And if Jack doesn't make a tag soon, then, I mean, what is going on here? Darkiplier with a flying drop kick. That is amazing elevation from Darkiplier to be able to jump from the ringside area onto the apron, taking out Jack. And this could be Jack's last ride. A signature move from Darkiplier. And I think that's got to be it. That's 1, 2, and oh, Jack just kicking out. Showing resilience. Jack, mate, you need to make the tag to Mark. Jack sliding out of the ring, hoping to lure Darkiplier, but again eats another clothesline. Even trying to outsmart Darkiplier isn't working, as just the aggression's just too much. Darkiplier now with the elbow strikes to Jack, a knee to the midsection and a spinning clothesline. Sort of modified version of the acid rainmaker there. And now this looks like to be all she wrote for Jack. As Darkiplier setting him up for the phenomenal forearm. But Jack in desperation, knocking Darkiplier off the ring apron. Can he make the tag? He makes the tag. And Markiplier appears in this match for the first time and leaps across over the top rope with almost like a phenomenal forearm from the inside of the ring. And he's just taking it to Septiplier. Markiplier having to stand on the apron and just witness the destruction of his friend Jack. And is now getting some revenge on Darkiplier and Septiceye. Spinning back fist to Darkiplier, sends him into the Punk Kids announce table. Septiceye doesn't even know where he's going. Big clothesline to the back of his head, and Markiplier is on fire here. And now it looks like to be getting the announce table ready for some offense, but Septiceye, maybe, you know, you got to stay on these guys, Mark. You cannot give them a moment to recover because they're too resilient, they're too aggressive, they're too strong. Another clothesline by Mark. He's setting Darkiplier up, nails him with a front face DDT. And now Darkiplier in position. Mark maybe setting him up for the phenomenal forearm. Darkiplier in a world of trouble here. But it's about to get worse as Mark has gone into King of Five Nights at Freddy's mode and just delivers a phenomenal forearm. That has got to be it. What a transformation from Mark. That's 1, 2, and Septiceye making the save in the nick of time. Knife edge chop from Septiceye. But Markiplier in King of Five Nights at Freddy's mode, that is going to prove, could be the difference maker here for Septiplier, who are in so much trouble in the early part of this match. Jack just getting dominated, and now Mark seems to just be turning around. A springboard tornado DDT from Markiplier. Picking Darkiplier up now, but now still managing to reverse it. Huge enziguri from Mark. Can he just maybe just drop like a signature move and win this one for Septiplier? Big clothesline, knocking down Darkiplier. And now Mark, what's he looking for here? Maybe looking for the end of days, but he whips Darkiplier off the rope. Big Hurricanrana, the athleticism of Markiplier in King of Five Nights at Freddy's mode. Drops Darkiplier on his head. And I think that is, but wait a second. Darkipier's more into like Demon King mode. Darkiplier in Demon King mode, and now this one is all over the shop because Darkiplier in Demon King mode, oh my days, this does not bode well for Septiplier. Darkiplier in his most evil form yet, and he's got Markiplier up in the Burning Hammer, dropping him on his head. And this is bad news. The two Markipliers, the two Alter Egos and Markiplier in their mega forms, battling it out as Darkiplier sets Markiplier up for the last ride. And could this be it? Or maybe he's looking for the end of days. Nails Markiplier, and I think that is Septiceye joining Cartoons in Wildcat in the semi-finals. That's 1, 2, but Jack just managing to make the save in the nick of time. But he's just bouncing off Darkiplier. Those strikes not really doing much damage, but sends Darkiplier into the corner. Jack was just looking at what is essentially this monster stood in front of him. Just took him out of the game for just a second, and now literally taken out of the game over the top rope. But what is so Markiplier needs to regain some momentum here. How is he going to chop down this demon that stands before him? Swinging net breaker, sending Darkiplier down. And again, those lightning fast strikes from Markiplier. This is the start of it, and now Jack has been tagged in. Interesting. Jack, who's not in boss mode, he's, you know, he's taken a lot of punishment, but he's signaling for the end, and he hits a Septiceye punch, a critical hit as well. Knocks Septiceye off the ring apron. And maybe that's what they're going to do. Maybe they're just going to chip away at the Demon King with these Septiceye punches. Darkiplier doesn't know where he is. Another Septiceye punch looks to have knocked him down. But again, the Demon King getting back up. And now Markiplier from behind with a phenomenal forearm, knocking the Demon King down. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter who you are, what kind of mode you're in. If you take 2 Septiceye punches and the phenomenal forearm, that was almost it. Almost a 3 count for Jack. And I'll tell you what, even so, Darkiplier might be looking or needing to make a tag here. knocks Jack down with a desperation clothesline and tags in Anti-Septiceye. 3 huge devastating moves by Jack and Mark, but still not enough to turn this around. Anti-Septiceye and Jack now facing off, exchanging right hands in the ring. Jack just getting the better of it. Who is going to make it to the semi-final? Who is going to become the first ever N60 Tag Team Champions? This is what this tournament is all about, as Anti-Septiplier gets dropped with a flapjack. Jack now off the ropes, nails him with a neck breaker. He needs to keep on this offense, but can he just hit that move which is going to secure him a 3 count? He needs to watch out for the Demon King, knocks him off the apron with a right hand. And now Anti-Septiceye is all alone. Darkiplier is nowhere to be found in the corner. And what a Septiplier looking for here. Anti-Septiceye thrown into the middle of the ring. The 3D, the signature tag team move from Jack and Mark. Mark makes the cover. That's 2 and 3, and Septiplier make it to the next round, to the semi-finals. That was an intense match. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below. And we will see you for the next quarter-final match. The remaining competitors, N60 Sean, Dan TDM versus Popular Most and Sunday. And also we have got Willpower and Chris Danger against Team of H2 Lewis and Vanos. So make sure you subscribe, drop a like, click the bell as well so you can get notified for when the matches go up online. I've been N60 Sean. You are all, again, I say this every time, but I truly, truly mean it. You're all awesome. The amount of views we get on these videos is incredible. And yeah, all the best. See you later. Bye, 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 bye.